What's up, pedal people? Me again. You've seen me in the same shirt in the same spot if you've seen more of these Ironman demos, because I'm doing them all in one day, 10 of them. And well, it took me weeks and months actually to prepare this with the track and the slideshow and all that stuff and all the other demos. So I'm trying to get them all out and look the same. Here we are at the Time Magic. We have arrived at the Time Magic. Very cool analog style delay, let's call it that, from Joyo. And we're gonna look at the setup. As in all these videos, my beautiful Quenzel M3, custom-made guitar with a Sweetwater mahogany body, thick ass piece of mahogany, one piece, beautiful top, and a very, very nice flame maple neck and fretboard. My friends from Scholle gave me these beautiful M6 top-locking tuners, which also will be featured on the upcoming Baruman guitars, which will also have 4 Seasons pickups from my friend Bob Gabriel. So, I know what I like, and I'm sticking to it. The setup is this, going into the little blaster, for some distortion, for some lead sounds, and then into the Time Magic, and behind the Time Magic I've got the Quattro, so we can compare the two. Same brand, same line, let's see which one you want. And that's going into the Custom Shop 50 from Carl Martin into a 212 cap loaded with vintage 30s, and in front of it you see D-Flex, which are a beautiful contraption made out of plastic, so that I can hear exactly the same sound anywhere in the room. There's no beam effect, it's just... You've never heard yourself play guitar the same way. You've never heard yourself play guitar like this. You will never hear yourself play guitar like you did before again. It's just awesome. I played live with these things and I had the most amazing sound without anything on the PA system. Great product. And, well, that's being mic'd with a Sennheiser E609 right in front of the cab. Right there. And this is my clean sound. I can of course have single coil sounds right here if I tap the tone knob. So if you see me do that, you know what's happening. Here's my clean sound. Got this little bit of a high-end bite, well, due to a beautiful Timber Tones shell pick. Isn't that cool, huh? Can't really see all the beautiful shellness. Beautiful shellidity. Okay. So, let's explore some of these parameters. Obviously, we got time mix and feedback. It's a standard analog style delay because it's achieved with the digital chip. Many brands do that. It's not fully, absolutely true analog like MP Custom Effect from my friend Milos Popovic. We're looking at a different price range there, and obviously also a different size because that true bucket brigade design, I think, takes up more space. So this is achieved with the digital chip, but it's not actually going through an AD, something like this. I don't know. Let's call it an analog style delay. So we're gonna go explore delay times. Very short. Not insanely, extremely long, but absolutely usable for what you want from an analog delay. So very similar to other Joyo delays. The very last, about from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock on the delay time doesn't really increase your delay time anymore. See, there's a little bit of a flaw, but I think there's some reason for that. So it's not a very linear delay time knob, let's call it that. Let's see if we can get a single one. That's it. There it is. No feedback. Okay. It's nice and dirty. See what the feedback does. You can see true bypass. I turn it off, it's gone. Well, it clearly is still feedbacking inside. So if you had it set up to build up, and you turn it off, next time you turn it on, that's not a good thing. I know we like it when a delay goes into build up, but I'm thinking it might go into build up a little bit too soon on the dial. Obviously cool to get a lot of like those delay effect sounds, you know what I mean, like. But then again, if you're someone who bends down to dial in their feedback and get the crazy sounds, the question is if a pedal of this size with a knob guard, which they do have, is the right pedal. You might want one where your feedback knob is bigger, more accessible, you don't have to open it. So I'm not sure if the Ironman design is really susceptible or perfect for people who twiddle while they play. And then the question is, do we really need that much feedback? Well, usually we use analog delays for smacking a nice smushy smear on the lead sound. Well, let's try that without. That's the little blaster. Compared to the Quattro, you can hear that you turn it on. There's a clear jump in something and a little bit of a plop when you turn it on and off. nice to play. It's fun. It's a beautiful analog sound. That's the bottom line. I mean, let's compare to the Quattro. Okay, the Quattro is a tiny little bit more precise in the attack, and the time magic is just a tiny bit more smeary, but very close, very close. Well, there you have it. One more section coming, my 2 cents. Well, why am I standing in so much green? Because I'm holding so much green. Get it? Not funny. So, the time magic. Well, it does a very good analog delay sound using some kind of digital chip, but it's not actually going through AD. I'm trying to explain this to you, but I really don't know. It's doing exactly what this thing is doing. I think so. I didn't test them against each other, but I would assume that they sound very, very, very similar. And as all the Ironman pedals, it's very cool. Hello? I'm trying to get the focus point to come over here, so hello, focus point. Focus on this? Yes, now we're talking. Velcro on the back, you see this is a little sticker that comes with it. It also comes with a rubber adhesive. Here we got the power input, and of course the nice knob guard. I didn't demonstrate that in my demo. By now you should know what the Ironman pedals do. The sounds are very nice, they're very creamy. You could argue, and that's what I would say is, if the analog sound of this is so close to the analog sound of the Quattro, why not just go for the Quattro and have 3 more modes? And also that buffered bypass where you have the trails. It's what I would think. If you want a little bit more true, a little bit more real, a little bit more analog, then this is, of course, the delay for you. But if you don't really care about this stuff and you want more options, skip this, go for the Quattro. That's what I would say. We've heard that internally the feedback loop seems to continue even though you turn it off, which could be a problem if you're playing with it and all of a sudden you've got these build up repeats on the feedback loop. You turn it off, later you forget, you come back on stage, you turn it on, and you gotta be aware of this. I'm not sure this is the best feature of this. Also, obviously, the repeat knob goes too far into build up positive feedback. and the time knob starting at 3 o'clock kind of doesn't do anything anymore. So those are negative points that I would pick out. Bottom line, it sounds good. It's tiny. Does what this does. Both of them green. And by the way, this tree that I'm standing on, the chestnut tree, I planted that when I was 3 years old, which was, 20 years ago. I'm turning fucking 40 next week. No, seriously, I am turning fucking 40. That's crazy. If you like analog delays, this is actually a good one for under $100. If you want more options, get the Quattro. That's me. Joyo signing party. Signing off. Here's my tree.